Right now at noon, the Justice Department is launching a probe into the Minneapolis policing policies following the guilty verdict in the Derek Chauvin case. And if you're still waiting for a COVID vaccination appointment, we'll tell you how you can schedule one right now.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us. We're learning more information about the murder-suicide that happened in Watertown last week. Authorities say retired Watertown police officer Douglas Teuderberg killed his teenage son and then took his own life. Watertown police say they were called to check on the welfare of Teuderberg Friday. They tried to call him, but then went to his house and found him and his 16-year-old son dead. Since Teuderberg was a former Watertown police officer, police contacted the Dodge County Sheriff's Office to investigate. Protests have given way to celebrations in Minneapolis after the murder conviction of former police officer Derek Chauvin in the death of George Floyd. And now the U.S. Justice Department has launched an investigation. Skylar Henry has the story from Minneapolis.
Derek Chauvin is in a maximum security prison in Minnesota, waiting for his sentencing in about 8 weeks. Judge Peter Cahill could give the former officer up to 40 years for murdering George Floyd.
Unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty.
Chauvin's conviction on all 3 counts Tuesday, after less than 10 hours of deliberations, sparked celebrations in Minneapolis and across the nation.
I just thank God for Minnesota for the truth.
Guilty and guilty. I was excited, I was happy, because African-American people, we feel that we never get justice.
And residents may see more justice. The U.S. Attorney General is opening an investigation into policing practices in Minneapolis.
It will include a comprehensive review of the Minneapolis Police Department's policies, training, supervision, and use of force investigations.
There's obvious relief here in Minneapolis, but for many, convictions are not enough. They want change, especially in how police treat people in communities of color.
Police, the way they just put black people over just for no reason sometimes, and just because they think they're a threat, but they're not a threat.
The 3 other officers who were at the scene when Floyd died are expected to go to trial in August for aiding and abetting. Chauvin reportedly wrote his lawyer's phone number on his hand before being taken into custody. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Minneapolis.
The jurors' identities were kept secret and will not be released until the judge decides it's safe to do so. Authorities with the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation looking into the fatal shooting of a black teenage girl at the hands of Columbus police. Columbus police released this body camera footage Tuesday showing the chaotic scene leading up to Ma'Khia Bryant's death. The clip appears to show the 16-year-old chasing someone outside a home with a knife. The girl being chased falls to the ground before 4 shots rang out. Columbus police say they were responding to a 911 caller who said someone was trying to stab them.
Deadly force can be used to protect yourself or the protection of a third person.
The deadly police shooting prompted protesters to take to the streets into the night to demand justice. The officer involved has been put on administrative leave while the incident is being investigated. Another chilly start to your Wednesday. We're seeing some sun and then some flurries outside right now at our station. Will we see a warm-up anytime soon? Let's head to the Weather Center. Austin has looked at your first warm forecast. A strange morning out there.
It's very, very interesting here so far today. On my drive into work, I saw even a pretty decent snow shower and sunshine in the distance. So it's definitely one of those days, variable cloudiness, one more day in the 40s, and that is here for today. But we will jump back into the 50s for Thursday and Friday, and that also does include this weekend. And then how about next week? 60s on Monday. What about 70s on Tuesday? That's going to feel pretty good. But also, I think we could add a 4th thing here for today. Our Doppler track showing again those flurries and lighter snow showers trying to squeak their way through. So don't be too shocked if you do still see a few of those snow showers. We have even heard reports of a few dustings and possibly a little bit more on some grassy surfaces for some areas. And then you look at our current temperatures. This snow's not going to be around very long here. Upper 30s and low 40s for most. Some of the areas that are stuck in those middle 30s like Juneau and Wisconsin Dells, they have a better chance of seeing that actual accumulation on grassy surfaces. But then tonight, it's going to get cold again. A low of 28 degrees. A hard freeze is looking likely, but then we have a warm-up not too far away. I'll have details on that in a bit.
You got to love April.
You got to.
All right. We'll see you in a few minutes. If you still have not signed up for a COVID vaccine, Public Health Madison and Dane County is now providing a direct link for people to schedule vaccinations at the Alliant Energy Center. Officials said appointments are open, but two things need to be done before you get your shot. First, you need to schedule an appointment at the Alliant Energy Center. You can do that by visiting our website where we have a link provided. You also still need to register with Dane County or with the Department of Health Services before your appointment, so Dane County has the information it needs to deliver the vaccination. Earlier this week, health officials said they had thousands of vaccine appointments available at the Alliant Energy Center. Right now, nearly 2.4 million Wisconsinites have received at least one dose of a COVID vaccine, and over 28%, or about 1.63 million residents, have completed their vaccine series. Dane County is offering money to local artists and performers who are struggling due to the COVID pandemic. County Executive Joe Parisi announced the county will launch a $1 million grant program to assist local artists recovering from the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. The program will award $2,500 grants to eligible artists and performers. Applicants must be independent working artists with at least 2 years of activity. Those eligible for the grant program include musicians, dancers, actors, poets, and any individual working artist. Concerts on the Square coming back this year. The Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra says that 5 concerts will be performed at Breese Stevens Field on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. starting on July 7th. Only about 1,500 people will be able to attend. Tickets will go on sale closer to Memorial Day and be as low as $5. All money from the sale of tickets will support wages for the orchestra's 34 musicians. For a full list of performers and performances, head to our website, channel3000.com. The Milwaukee Brewers starting pitchers have been phenomenal this season, but no one has been better than Corbin Burnes. In his 4 starts this season, Burnes has 40 strikeouts and no walks. Yesterday, he struck out 10 batters in the Brewers' 6-0 win against the San Diego Padres. His ERA is at .37, which is the lowest ERA in the Major League Baseball right now. And Corbin's low ERA wouldn't come without some help from his teammates. In the 4th inning, runners were on the corners for the Padres when Milwaukee's Billy McKinney made an incredible diving catch to get to 3rd out of the inning. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
U.S. companies respond to a conviction verdict in Minneapolis and a well-paid pick-me-up for stay-at-home Java junkies. I'm Diane King Hall at the CBS Broadcast Center. Of those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family cool this summer,
let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
In Madison, contact Heating and Cooling Incorporated to maximize your comfort and energy savings, whatever the season.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
The time is right to do something nice for your home. Why not replace your gutters with LeafGuard, the only gutter system that has earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval? Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. LeafGuard's patented one-piece seamless design keeps leaves and debris out, which means no more clogs, guaranteed. LeafGuard carries a lifetime warranty, so your home's foundation will be protected forever, and our customers couldn't be happier.
They're the best. I don't have to worry about the gutters getting clogged up with the seeds, the branches, the dirt, the roof sheddings, and it's just one less worry for me.
And right now, save big on your new LeafGuard brand gutter system and get some incredible extras. Order now and get free installation labor, free financing for 12 months, and call before this program is over and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new LeafGuard gutter system. Call now to schedule your free estimate.
You've heard that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan or for checkups only. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call or go to sendinfokit.com to get your free information kit. Call now.
Corporate America is sounding off in the aftermath of the verdict for Derek Chauvin, the former police officer found guilty of murdering George Floyd. Starbucks tweeted, quote, "We still have work to do to address systemic racism." And General Motors CEO Mary Barra said, quote, "While the guilty verdicts in the trial seeking justice for George Floyd are a step in the fight against bias and injustice, we must remain determined to drive meaningful, deliberate change." A crackdown on robocalls. The FCC is launching a database that all voice providers will have to use. That will allow the government to track the work some companies are doing to try and stop robocalls. And starting in September, phone companies will be required to block incoming traffic that is not listed in the database. Can you hear me now? Verizon is out with its quarterly report card and posted a mixed bag. The telecom says revenue totaled $32.9 billion, but it lost 178,000 wireless phone subscribers in the first quarter. And one coffee brand is brewing up an offer to tackle remote worker burnout. Chameleon Organic Coffee says it will pay two people $3,000 to just take more breaks. The cash stash also includes a buzzy bounty of the brand's cold brew. You can apply for the deal through May 31st. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 215 points. The NASDAQ up 98. The S&P 500 up 25. A vacation was just a dream for many people last year because of the pandemic, but with vaccinations accelerating, Americans are making up for lost time. A new survey from the Points Guy finds half of U.S. adults are likely to take at least one vacation between June and September, but many won't be spending that money on plane tickets. Nearly half of those traveling plan to take a road trip, and beaches are one of the most popular places to go, but national parks are the top destination.
There's going to be a huge demand for visiting these attractions. So make sure you do your research and lock in those plans early, because they're just going to get more and more filled up as we approach the summer.
Experts say people who expect to use a rental car need to book early because they are in short supply. More than 135 million Americans, at least 4 in 10, breathe unhealthy air. And people of color in the U.S. are 61% more likely than white people to live in a county that has polluted air. That's according to the annual State of the Air report by the American Lung Association. The group analyzed data from 2017 to 2019. That means any decreases in pollution from the pandemic lockdowns were not included. The group says climate change is continuing to worsen air pollution. Once again, California had the most polluted cities in the U.S. for both smog and soot. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, another chilly start to your Wednesday. So when will we see a warm-up? Meteorologist Austin Kopinski will let us know when. Ahead next in our forecast.
Tonight on CBS, it all begins with the primetime special, The Price is Right, followed by new episodes of SEAL Team and SWAT. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
The 48-hour flash price sale is through Monday at Ashley Home Store. Shop dozens of flash price doorbuster mattresses up to 60% off while they last. And free delivery guaranteed within 5 days on in-stock beds. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
From working out to catching up. And of course, game night. Your home is the foundation for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to be a part of this community for 76 years. During our anniversary event, standard carpet installation is just $76. Carpet one room or your whole house, and we'll install it for only $76. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home, locally owned and operated since 1945.
Find your style with Patriot Lighting. Save today with 11% off and choose from more than 700 ceiling fans. Our ceiling fans add elegance to any room and reduce energy costs all year round. We carry a great selection of styles and finishes, so you're sure to find the look that's right for you. Save with 11% off all Patriot Lighting ceiling fans. View all of our ceiling fan options right now on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
The 48-hour flash price sale is through Monday at Ashley Home Store. Get limited time deals we've never offered before, like up to 71% off doorbusters like these. Take a bonus 10% off, then take another 10% off when you finance interest-free till October. Ashley Home Store.
Hi, folks. Thursday morning, a warning about a new imposter scam and how to avoid it.
And we'll introduce you to Karaoke Matt, how he's making a positive impact in the 608. Join us Thursday at 4:30 for News 3 Now This Morning.
Wisconsin is one of the top states in terms of how efficient we are in putting shots in arms.
Yet county-by-county comparisons are troubling.
I'll tell you what's driving the disparities in vaccine supply and demand.
Thursday on News 3 Now at 10. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Jahnke from the Midwest Farm Report on this sometimes snowy Wednesday.
I know. I walked in with sunglasses, then I heard you say snowflakes. I'm like, typical Wisconsin. You don't know if you should have boots or tennis shoes in the truck. Carry them all right now. As we kind of talk about what's happening as far as Wisconsin agriculture is concerned, a lot of dairy producers are watching to see what USDA's milk production figures look like. Coming up later this afternoon, 2 p.m. Central is when they'll be releasing that information. Part of the reason we're kind of keeping an eye on things is the continued stress that California agriculture is facing in light of extreme drought and water shortages. I mentioned it this morning that California Agriculture Department's now estimating that somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 million acres of high-value produce, things like your vegetables, your asparagus, your melons, your lettuce, things like tomatoes, sweet corn from California. 1 out of every 4 acres of that land in California is seeing their water allocations cut by 95%. Another 1 million acres of that kind of high-value ground is having their water allocations cut by 80%. Now, the reason I bring it up now, dairy is a very water-intensive production situation in California, so that's going to impact perhaps any expansion. And also, just for us people in Wisconsin, let's face it, we have to rely on other regions during the winter months and into early spring for things like asparagus and melons and lettuce and so forth. So if this trend continues, you better be ready to grab your pocketbook when you go to the grocery store. It's just kind of the way things are. We've become so accustomed to having those things year-round, we sometimes forget the stressed regions where it's coming from. So like I said, milk production report coming out this afternoon. I just glanced at the fluid milk contracts, and they're getting a little bit squishy now. I think everybody getting nervous on how big the numbers will be. Today, barrel cheese in Chicago is unchanged at $1.80 1/2. 40-pound block cheese down 1/2 at $1.79 1/2. The double A butter down 1/2 today at $1.79 1/4. We'll see where the numbers fall as far as milk production at 2 o'clock. I'm afraid I don't want to hear any more numbers fall on that forecast we're looking at, Mark.
Yeah, I think a couple more days. Pam, thank you. Let's find out. Here's Austin with the details.
Oh, man. And yeah, today was one of those weird days as well where we are seeing those lighter snow chances, but also we're seeing some blue skies right now on our Edgewater sky cam. So depending on what time of the day you actually exit your house, you could either see bright and blue sunny skies or you could see some snowflakes falling. So it is just one of those days here for today. Thankfully, with those temperatures for most of us actually in the middle to even upper 30s and quite a few lower to mid 40s, that snow's not really going to be around here for too long, most of which will actually melt right on contact. impact, some could stick in some grassy surfaces, but with a temperature of 39 degrees right here in Madison, again, we're not going to see a lot of snow, if any, actually stacking up on the actual roadways. Now, our wind speeds, not too bad right now. We're looking at around 10 miles per hour in Madison, 14, however, in Lone Rock. Mineral Point right now, 12 miles per hour. That is actually bringing down our wind chills a little bit here. It's not terribly cold, but it does feel like it's right around freezing in Madison. Wisconsin Dells just feels like it's 34 degrees. Really pretty chilly outside here for today, especially compared to what we just saw here a few days ago over this last weekend. But then you look, we have warmer conditions not too far away, especially towards the end of this 10-day forecast. We are going to warm things up, especially for the beginning of next week. Notice how these next few days are going to warm back up into the middle 50s. Then we see the 60s and possibly even 70s returning for this next Tuesday. It's going to be very short-lived. We're going to cool right back down here for our Wednesday and beyond as the 50s and 60s do look to stick around. We also do have quite a few rain chances, and as you can see here over the next 10 days, including today, including Friday, the weekend looking pretty good other than a slight chance of a shower here and there. But then next Wednesday and Thursday, we have another good chance to see a few more showers moving through. But with those warmer temperatures, it's going to fall as rain. Right now, though, we are seeing some of those snow showers actually falling. If you really want to get outside and enjoy those last few flakes, this might be one of our last times that we could see it before we cool things back down after this next summer. So it might be some time before we actually do see some more snowflakes again. But you look at our future track and it does show that we're going to clear things out tonight. But watch what that does to our temperatures, bringing it down well below zero here for some, or well below freezing rather for some spots. Lone Rock getting down to around 28, much of the same in the Madison area. So if you have planted your plants, sensitive plants especially outdoors, you may need to cover them a little bit later on here for tonight. But in terms of our next rain chances after, especially the more significant ones, you can see next Wednesday and Thursday, quite a few rain showers could end up moving through the area. I think Wednesday actually has a little bit better of a chance to see some of those rain showers squeaking through. Then you look at our 10-day forecast, it's not bad, but again, we do have plenty of rain chances that we have to watch out for, especially a PM rain chance on Friday. That's going to bring temperatures up to a high of around 55 degrees, but then afterwards, you could see some sunshine actually taking over. Saturday's high about 55. Sunday, very similar, 56. Just a slight chance of rain on our Saturday, and then afterwards, that's when we really warm things up. Breezy conditions, especially from the south for Monday and Tuesday, and then afterwards, the rain chances and cooler temperatures do look to return. Wednesday's high around 69, but that could also bring even some thunder and lightning to the area.
And it's supposed to be, what, 60?
Yeah, it's supposed to actually be pretty warm for the beginning of this next week.
All right. We'll wait and see. Thank you, Austin. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. Let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Today, our taste buds are headed off to Italy for a dish that will melt in your mouth. You're not going to want to miss this tasty trip.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today. Get your lawn off to a great start this spring with Jung Garden Center. It's time to apply fertilizer and weed control, including crabgrass preventer. And Jung has the lawn care supplies you need. Open 7 days a week. Shop Jung Garden Center today.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Windows look great. 2-for-1 windows at Feldco really helped transform the house and saved us money.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I wanted a new TV.
Right now, get 2-for-1 windows at Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2022. What you do with the savings is up to you.
2-for-1 windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding,
and doors. Call 866 for Feldco.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
Life in the 608 is all about how you live it, and there's plenty of inspiration.
They call me the Ice Whisperer.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind.
There's just an energy to the city that I really love.
Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
2 more, here we go. And up and forward, awesome, 1 more.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Get your lawn off to a great start this spring with Jung Garden Center. It's time to apply fertilizer and weed control, including crabgrass preventer. And Jung has the lawn care supplies you need. Open 7 days a week. Shop Jung Garden Center today.
A few weeks ago, I went to a friend's house for dinner and had one of the most flavorful steak dishes I've ever had. It's called steak pizziola. Boy, was it ever good. As a matter of fact, it was so good that I made mental notes on how we could recreate it for you. So here's how. We start by searing a couple of strip steaks that we season with salt, pepper, and garlic and onion powder. After both sides are browned, we take the steak out and add some sliced onions, green peppers that we've cut into strips, a can of Italian-style diced tomatoes with the juice and all, and a little salt and pepper. After this cooks for a few minutes, we'll add the steaks back in and let it simmer until they're cooked to perfection. At that point, we take them out and cut them across the grain into thin slices. Come dinner time, spoon the veggie pack sauce onto your plate and serve slices of the tenderest can be steak over it. Although this is simple, the combo of the flavors makes this taste extra special. To get the recipe for what is known as steak pizziola, just visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a mouth-watering way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. Apple's new products for 2021 have been revealed, from a new spring-colored iPhone to new technology. The AirTag uses Find My Network so iPhones can help you keep track or find your things. It's $29. Apple's also announcing a new ultra-thin version of its desktop computer, the iMac. It'll come in an array of colors. The new iMac starts at just under $1,300. Orders begin April 30th. It'll become available in the second half of May. So there's an update on that, and here's also an update on the weather.
And again, don't be too shocked if you end up seeing 1 or 2 more flurries or lighter snow showers. We're not going to see much in terms of accumulation. Most areas aren't going to see anything, and if we do see anything stacking up, most likely it's just going to be limited to grassy surfaces. Now our evening planner, notice how those temperatures are staying very chilly. If you haven't been outside here for today, then you're going to need that extra layer. If you do, 6 p.m., 43 degrees, by 10 down to 35. But then watch what happens a little bit later on tonight. We're going to dip down into the upper 20s for a lot of communities. So again, if you have planted especially sensitive plants already early this season, you will need to cover them tonight just in case. We're going to clear out the skies, and that just allows those temperatures to really fall. So a hard freeze now looking very likely. But it also does bring up your warmer temperatures for the end of this week. By the time we reach tomorrow, a high of 56 degrees. We're also going to see quite a bit of some sunshine. Our next rain chance does look to move through on Friday. But then look at the beginning of next week. A pretty good weekend coming up. Then Monday's high reaches 65, and then 70s do return by next Tuesday.
It's almost May. I guess we're getting there.
We need it.
All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.